Hello, everyone. Hello, Coach Son.
We're back.
Yes, we are back. We're on our 13th speaker. Am I right? Yeah, 13,
Yeah.
right?
Uh,
13th
yes.
out of the 40. Sige, would you please tell us something about our speaker, Coach Son?
Oh, hello everyone. I am Coach Sean, and we have four speakers right now, and currently we are segment three, and this is
Mhm.
our third speaker, Coach, for segment number three.
Yes.
Our third speaker dreamed of becoming a life coach at the age of 12. Yan. He loves badminton and boxing and is a potterhead. Di ko sure kung ano yung potterhead. Ano ba yun yung nag-ano ka ng pottery?
I think uh, age like that is way beyond our understanding. But I cannot remember at the age of 12 what do I want in life. Probably at the age of 12, I just want the girl that I'm courting to say yes to me. Okay, our speaker, the title of his talk is From Troubles Amidst Passivity to Positivity Amidst Trouble. Let me repeat that again. It's a little bit of tongue twister. From troubles amidst passivity to positivity amidst trouble. According to him, given the current pandemic, people tends to worry about what will happen next, and it's normal. But given this global crisis, how can we look on the brighter side and be positive amidst chaos? Very interesting, Coach Sean, and I'm excited to hear about this talk.
Yeah, so let's welcome the youngest certified life coach in our
How old?
tribe. Uh, and a teacher, yan, Coach Patrick Espinas. So roll the video, please.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. Thank you for saying yes and taking time to be part of this Global Virtual Summit Part 2 brought to you by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. That is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And this talk is a response to the original material of Master Coach A on COVID-19 ROI or Return of Insight. You may watch a replay of the said Kapihan Night episode at Coach A YouTube channel. By the way, I am Change Agent Coach Pat Espinas, an internationally certified life coach from the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. I am also a basic education teacher and a college admission test review lecturer. That's why I am very much close to the youth, especially when dealing with their mental wellness, personal struggles, but also I do general life coaching for all ages. I hope you will learn from this talk that I will going to discuss to you. Now, but before that, I want to make it clear that this is a follow-through on the COVID-19 ROI Return of Insight of Master Coach A. And you can watch the replay on this link for you to be able to better understand or maybe recall what we've discussed there. Now, to begin with our talk, I want to open this talk with a question. What is your current situation right now? And how are you coping with it? Are you stressed about this pandemic? Or you just don't care? Or you feel fear? You worry a lot? I hope after this talk, you got to reflect on your selves. You got to answer this question and other questions that I'm going to tell you. Okay, once again, I am Coach Pat Espinas, a certified life coach, and I am going to talk about from troubles amidst passivity to positivity amidst troubles. So I divided this talk into two parts, And let's start with our part 1. So our part 1 is from troubles amidst passivity. Okay, so Coach Pat, what is a trouble? What do you think? What is a trouble? Okay, so a trouble is a public disturbance or unrest. In this pandemic, are we in trouble right now? And how do you feel every time you see these photos? For example, this one. We are aware of it. It is a microscopic image of the COVID-19, right? How about this one? Oh, so staff sanitizing this public transportation. How do you feel about it? And last one, quarantine COVID-19. Currently, we are under enhanced community quarantine. How do you feel about it? Okay, so now, what is passivity? So, passivity is an acceptance of what happens without active response or resistance. From the root word itself, passive, the opposite of active. So when you say when someone is passive, you are not doing anything. You are not doing any actions. In our current situation right now, it's alarming to see people who are not taking an active response in our situation right now, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. What are the examples? There are people who are not wearing protective gears, such as masks. There are still people who are loitering somewhere else, who do not follow the current quarantine, or those who sneak out during the curfew hours. And please, right now, I am calling all your attentions to please, if you know someone, or if you are one of those who are doing that, please cooperate. Let's be an active one, not a passive one. Remember, there are troubles amidst passivity. How can we remember that? Let's look at those first letter. You always need to tap yourself. There are troubles amidst passivity. Now, what it means to be passive? How can we say that a person is passive in our current situation? First is people who are passive, or has passivity in their lives, leave their future to the fates. So what does it mean? Oh, I I won't focus on that. Things just happen. Those kind of people are passive, who just believe that things just happen, and it will happen if they will get sick, or if they will die. It's according to their fates, which is not a good mindset. Next, related to the first one, they believe things just happen. For example, some will say, oh, it's a natural phenomena that there is a virus, so I don't care. It just happened. We can do anything about that. Those people are passive, or have passivity in their lives. And they have trouble committing to a position. I am not talking about the government position here, but what I am pointing out is their own, or our own mindsets. For example, a person who is passive don't know where he or she should stand. Will he follow the quarantine? Or will he or she just let things happen? Will he or she believe that this too shall pass? Or just take things lightly and let it be? Let things happen. Those who are passive persons or those with passivity in their lives have a trouble committing to a position. Always remember, tap yourself and say, there are troubles amidst passivity because that is true. Now, Coach Pat, what will happen to me if during this time I am passive? Or somehow there is a part of me that is passive. What will I have? Or what are the traits or the things that can happen to me? First one is you will have a fear. Coach, but I think it's not clear. I am passive. I don't care about the things that's happening. I am not proactive. I am passive. How can I have fear? Well, let's see the two examples of fear. The first one is forget everything and run. The second one is face everything and rise. So which of the two is the positive one and which is the negative? Of course, the positive one is face everything and rise. But the negative one is forget everything and run. People who are passive tend to forget everything and just run or let things happen. Are you that one who just forget everything, forget about this COVID-19 and just run? What do you think? What will happen to us if we just forget everything or to take things for granted? Next, uncertainty. If you are passive, of course, you will be uncertain. You will be uncertain if this pandemic will end, if what happens next after this current situation that is happening in the whole world, right? There is always uncertainty if you are a passive person. Next, chaos. We can see on the news, especially here in the Philippines where I am currently resided, people have chaos. Why? There is a shortage of food. I am not going to talk about the current situation in the government, but I just want to point out that if we are passive enough, if we have fear, we have uncertain, it can lead to chaos, not just in the physical setting, but also in our minds, or what we call the uh, mental chaos. What do I mean by that? There will be a battlefield in your minds on what to do next, what are your plans, how will you utilize this time. There is a chaos. I think there will be a chaos in all aspects of life of someone who is passive. Always remember, there are troubles amidst passivity. Again, follow with me. Tap yourself and remember TAP. There are troubles amidst passivity. If you are passive, you will be put into trouble. Are you going to remain passive? Will you allow yourself to get troubled? Will you let things just happen and don't take any actions? So, what will I do, Coach Pat, so that I will not be troubled amidst this passivity, or how can I get out of this passivity? Of course, be positive. So, let's talk about the part 2 of my talk to positivity amidst troubles. This is our response. A while ago, from troubles amidst passivity to positivity amidst troubles. So we will convert our passive thinking into positivity. So in a positive thinking. Okay, I am Coach Pat, and let's remember these three letters. P-A-T. So, positivity amidst troubles. So even though we are in trouble right now, we are currently in a pandemic, we should be positive. Coach Pat, how can I do that? Our world or our country is in chaos. How can I be positive? So let me teach you some points wherein I hope it can help you or it can help us to be positive amidst troubles. Okay, again, this is part 2. Okay, I want you to use again the word pat. In a verb form, when you say pat is to touch or handle in a tender or loving manner. A while ago, we just tap or we just touch. Now, we will mix it with a tender or loving manner. Let's tap. Let's pat ourselves. Oh, so now, Coach Pat, I'm done patting myself. And next thing that you will do, pat yourself and remind yourself that these too shall pass. Again, what will we do? Pat ourselves, it means touch ourselves with tender and remind ourselves that this too shall pass. In every pandemic, in every conflict in life, there is always an ending. Challenges just pass. There is no single problem that just remain in its situation, in its current situation. So remember that these too shall pass. Uh, because even in the history, there are pandemics that happened decades ago or even centuries ago. All of it just passed. But it doesn't mean that we are not taking any actions. So for it to pass, we need to follow our government, especially in our community quarantine right now. Even in other parts of the world, there is a community quarantine or what they call lockdown. We should follow that. Take precautionary measures. Wear protective gears. Always wash our hands. And of course, the same with our physical condition, we should also take care of our mental health. Next, next is take advantage of the time. I understand that there are problems that arise or there are conflicts within the community or between the people and the government. But please take advantage of the time. What do I mean by that? This time we are all gathered in our own houses. We are with maybe our friends or our family. Why not take advantage of the time to bond with them? Right? Or take this time to develop your skills and talents. Or much better to discover a new one. And you can also take this time to reflect, to align once again your life. Uh, Use this time to read those books that's in your shelves, or maybe enhance something. What do I mean by enhance something? Maybe your way of life, your physical health, your mental health. Take advantage of the time. Because before this pandemic happens, we always demand time. Oh, I hope that I have more time to read my books, to watch a movie, or finish my series. Why not use this time to accomplish that? And let's avoid to complain, because too much complaint can lead to uh, mental health problem. If you keep on stressing your minds about that. Next, limit your intake. Before I explain that, let's look at this picture. What can we observe? Maybe this person is bombarded with information filled with negativities. Limit our intake. So, if it's your habit to watch news, it's okay. It's okay to watch news. It's okay to read articles about COVID-19. It's okay to discover things about COVID-19. But you should limit your intake. Why? For example, uh, in our 24 hours a day, you spend half of your day watching for the news, reading articles about COVID-19. What will happen to you? It will affect you negatively. So what's my suggestion? Limit your intake. What can be the steps? First one, uh, choose the best source of news. If you got one, focus on that. It's okay uh, to have a validation on other news resources, but I think you should limit your sources for news, validate it, and you when you see that this uh, news or information source, give just enough time for it. For example, in one day, just have one schedule for you to watch a news. For example, at 6 p.m., I am going to watch a news or read an article about COVID to know the updates, and that's enough. Because the tendency is when we keep on taking or in having intakes of lots of information, it will stress us unknowingly or unconsciously. Okay? So I want you to reflect on that. Are you that one person who keeps on read a bunch of information about COVID-19, and eventually you feel worried too much? It's okay to worry. It's natural to worry. It's our natural response. But having too much worry, it's really not good in our health. Next, be grateful. Coach Pat, how can I be grateful? The whole world is in chaos. The whole world is threatened by this virus. Right now, we are inside our homes. Why not let us be grateful for what we have? That we have our families beside us, that we have our house, our appliances at home, the food that is being served to us. Let us be grateful, because I believe this time The Lord is using this time to allow us and even our land to heal. Let us be grateful. Okay? Next. And most importantly is to communicate. If you feel bothered right now, communicate. Share it to someone you trust. Or if you feel bad about what's the government, uh, what is our government is doing for our current situation, talk to someone. Share it to someone. Because the communication is always the key to uh, for us uh, to solve our current situation. Because when things are bombarded in our minds, it will always and always affect our whole system. So always communicate. Communicate to your friend, to your loved ones, or to a coach, or to your uh, psychiatrist or psychologist if you have one. Communicate. Next is to support. Support each other. Let us support each other in our own simple ways. That's the best thing. If we feel that we are supported, or if someone feels that he or she is supported, things will get better sooner or later. Also, let us believe that this pandemic will end soon. That the government can do things, do actions, and even us, we can do actions to combat this COVID-19, this virus that is around the globe. Let us believe. And of course, let us not forget to smile. Just like what I am promoting, di ba? Hashtag happier me. So, let us not forget to smile. Yes, it's easier said than done, but why not give it a try? Why not give it a try? Now, in our current situation, let us remember these things. Let us always remember that there should be positivity amidst troubles. Do you believe with the law of attraction? When you believe on positive things will happen unto you. Maybe let's apply that principle in our lives. Let's be positive. Let's always look on the brighter side of life. Now, I want to leave to you a question. What significant changes are you expecting after this community quarantine? Are you expecting that you are someone who is stronger emotionally? Are you that someone who develops more talent and skills? Are you that someone who learns to be patient, or someone who is grateful enough on his achievements, or on the things that he or she have in their lives? What significant changes are you expecting? I want you to reflect on that. I hope you learn so much from this talk. Once again, this is from troubles amidst passivity to positivity amidst troubles. Let's remember this thing again. First thing is top, which is there are troubles amidst passivity. So uh, we will have a transition from, again, top, troubles amidst passivity to, let's pat ourselves with tender and care. Let's pat ourselves to have positivity amidst troubles. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned so much. And if you have any questions, I request you to leave a comment down here and I will reply to you as soon as possible. And I would appreciate if you will share this video and to if you will support the following episodes of this summit. We would very appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, if you need coaching service, you may reach me through Facebook, www.facebook.com/coachpatespinas. Once again, www.facebook.com/coachpatespinas, and you can visit my website at www.coachpatslifecoaching.weebly.com, or you may visit our coaching hub at D Cup Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center Compound, Capitolio, Pasig City. We offer 24/7 coaching service on demand, and you can contact us at 0917-586-1661. It is the number to call if you need a life coach. And you can also visit our Facebook page and Life Coach Philippines at www.facebook.com/lifecoachingph, and you can visit also our website at www.globalcoachentrepreneur.org to know more about life coaching and life coach certification program. Once again, thank you so much. I appreciate you and I wish you to I wish you a healthy life, a healthy mind, and please do take care and take uh, precautionary measures. Remember that this too shall pass. Once again, I am Coach Pat Espinas. I am an internationally certified life coach, believing that there will be always hashtag happier me. And I hope you will also have your own hashtag happier me journey. Thank you so much, everyone. Once again, this is Global Coaching Summit Part 2, and we hope that you will support the following episodes in our summit.
All right. Hello, hello. Coach,
Hello, Coach Vlad.
Hello, Coach Sean. Hello, Coach Sean.
Nice to
I'm back.
see you.
is it true that you traveled certain kilometers just to get to a nice spot?
Yes, Coach Master. I went to the quarantine pass to our barangay to get the quarantine pass, and then drive 40 kph just to get here to our town proper. And this office of my friend, she opened this one for just for me, and she said the signal is good here. So masaya
Oh,
ako na
wow.
nakapasok ulit ako.
Thank you,
Wow.
whoever that friend is. Thank you for helping.
Thank you,
And
Coach
she
Vlad.
offered me breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Oh. For those of
That
you who are
is
not
nice.
aware, Coach Vlad is from Iloilo.
Yes po. Hello everyone. I'm coming in live from Iloilo. Yes.
All right.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, Coach. Now, let's talk about the wonderful message that our Coach Pat, the youngest,
I mean, it's great, right? Talks about from trouble amidst
passivity.
passivity
Passivity.
to positivity amidst troubles. And if you think about the word being passivity or being passive means that
Passive.
you just flow with whatever comes your way. If you're in a situation where you know it's no longer helping you or serving you because you don't want to do anything about it, that's becoming passive. Kumbaga, wala lang. You just let it, let it flow nga, di ba? Not, you don't do anything about it. Comparing to being aggressive and being assertive. So, ganun yung difference niya. And the transition towards coming into a positive state where, yun nga, di ba, Coach Pastor, yung sabi niya,
Yeah,
TAP,
tap,
Trouble
tap,
Amidst
pass,
Positivity. Tapos
passivity.
tinransition niya after, which is, I think that's great, in a perspective where you need to be able to understand, okay, am I living a passive life? And if I continue to live this passive life, will this give me the future that I want, or will just I allow it by faith? Sabi nga niya doon, di ba? By faith lang, na bahala na kung anong mangyari.
I believe that is why he coined the title Trouble Amidst Passivity, because if you are really passive, troubles will do come. I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
if you're moving, troubles will come, but there is a better chance of being in danger if you are not moving, because we are meant to move and we are meant to act. And I, lo- I love the I love the acronym TAP, diba? Troubled amidst passivity,
Yeah.
and then it responds positivity amidst trouble.
Amidst troubles. Oh,
That's his nickname, Pat. Tap, Pat. Tap, Pat.
di ba? Di ba tapat? Yun, dapat
Tapat.
tapat. Oh,
Yes.
you're doing the things dapat correctly, tapat. Tapat dapat. And if you think about that, di ba, and especially with the COVID-19 and the community quarantine, if we just continue to be passive about the situation and we don't allow ourselves to grow or
Mhm.
to take advantage of, okay, I'm in a situation right now that I have an opportunity to pause and bring awareness and bring reflection to who I am and what I'm doing. Will I continue, or will I do something to put more positivity in my life? 'Di ba?
Coach
Ang ganda. Sa tingin mo, Coach Vlad?
Sa akin naman po, ayong impact sa akin nung Pat is doing life coaching. Si Coach Patrick is somebody na, and the rest of the life coaches are telling us na, hey, nandito kami, pat on your shoulder ba?
Yes.
Kung hindi man life coach, family or friend yun, hey, are you passive? Do you want to move? I'm here to help you. Parang ganun yung impact sa akin nung Pat. Eh.
'Di ba? Ang ano nga dun is, sabi niya pa dun, take advantage of the time that we have.
Yes.
And you're able to tell yourself, huy, galaw-galaw, kaya natin to, kaya natin
Yes.
to. It's not, everything is not bad. We just need to take a look at it on a different perspective na, okay, sige, hindi maganda, pero dito okay eh. And I think that's something that for those people who's watching and for those people who's sharing their comments, thank you very much for everyone who's sharing their comments, sharing these videos, for other people to be blessed. At the end of the day, take a look at your life right now. Take a look at the situation that you're in right now. Is that really all bad? If you flip the situation, what positivity can you get out of it? Di ba, Coach Pastor?
Yes, sabi nga nila, 'di ba, there is always two sides of the coin. And that is
Mm,
why he suggested that we should limit our intake.
yeah.
And especially
Yes.
if I will add to that, we should be wise about the intake that we are receiving in our lives. Because if we keep on allowing, just like what you've said, the negativity, the hiccups, the yay and the nay of the situation, talagang it will not be very helpful for each and every one of us. Positivity will be impossible. Thus, I totally agree with him. We should limit our intake and be wise in doing all
Ik-
of that. How
Mm.
about you,
ika
Coach
nga po ni
Vlad?
ano eh, ika nga po ni ano coach eh, ni Coach Patrick, choose the best source of news. 'Yon. Yun yung
There you go.
filtering.
There you
Oo.
go,
Yung
there you go,
filtering is
there you go.
important.
Ano, or at least validate if it's a real news or a fake
Or
news.
fake news.
I'm
Ayun.
speaking of that, no, because sometimes there's the passivity comes in eh. I mean, we know it's a fake news, we know it's not real, but the mere fact we're not arresting it, the mere fact we're
Yeah.
not talking about it, that's being passive and that's dangerous. I think yesterday, because the Balang family is a clan in Bicol, we have this group chat, and one of them, kamag-anak ko, attorney pa naman, nagpadala ng balita. And hindi, alam ko na fake news kasi nakakagaling daw ang tsaa, nakakagaling daw ganito, ganyan. But nobody is telling them or telling among us na mali. But here comes my wife. She doesn't want to be passive. Mali po yan, fake news, validate your source and stop spreading fake news here. Tahimik lahat.
But I mean, at the end of the day, we need to be able to arrest that, because if we're not arresting it and no one is validating it, there's a lot of people that might be impacted. I mean, amidst the fear and the anxiety of people will try a lot of things right now just to have that hope that they will be cured, or they're gonna be okay. But at the end of the day, I think it's really just all about um, our way of seeing things and being humble enough to appreciate everything that's happening, di ba? Kasi
Correct, correct, correct.
okay naman lahat eh. Yun nga eh. Sabi nga ni Coach Pat na this too shall pass, di ba? Everything will come to pass, and the bigger question there is, who are we becoming in the process?
Correct. Correct.
And
Who are we
and
becoming in the process?
yes. And yung ano po, yung sinabi po, yung ano po, yung idea po na hindi naman po talaga masama yung ano eh. Hindi naman po masama na mga maghanap ng source para maka-survive or para ma-heal yung sarili. Yung consequence lang yung kailangan nating tingnan na kung anong possible na pwedeng mangyari. What if masama ang consequence? Yun. So hindi masama ang mag-try na maghanap ng source na makakatulong, pero ang consequence lang yung question doon, kung ano yung consequence, baka masama. Parang ganun yung nakikita ko din
Yes.
na point.
You know what,
Maganda.
Coach Sean and Coach Brad, in just our own, in our own perspective, what is becoming to the Filipino people right now in this midst of COVID-19? Based on what you've noticed from conversing with people, whether personal or through social media, through watching, what's becoming with the Filipino people right now? Can you please share your thoughts?
For me, we're becoming human. That's it. We're becoming human.
Can you pound on that, Coach? Because I believe that's the talk of Coach Keisha, di ba?
Yeah.
Don't forget to be human.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's really about just being us, because we were created to love. I mean, if we continue to love ourselves, that eventually will flow out and we continue to love other people. So, it starts with ourselves. God has given us an opportunity to pause and bring awareness and see who we are as who we are, not for what others think of who we are. And if we accept who we are and we start working on getting better, I think yun naman yun eh. It's really just loving us and loving the environment and the people around us. That makes a better place for everyone.
Being human. What about you, Coach Vlad?
Sa akin naman po, Coach, is becoming compassionate, more compassionate. With the environment I am in right now, and with the communications I have with my friends and the extended families here abroad and in Manila, mas nakikita ko yung positive outlook, yung positivity ng pagiging more compassionate. Even this event, this activity, the summit, 40
Yeah.
life coaches and the other coaches are participating. This is even the a manifestation that we are showing more compassion to a lot of our fellows, to our nation.
You know what? Having heard what you answered, the two of you, that is a very, very proof that we could choose to look on a positive perspective. Kasi walang bola, if I will ask 10 random people right now, what's happening to the Filipino people right now, uh, karamihan hindi maganda ang sasabihin. But because you two are very enlightened and very empowered, yes, Coach San, you are right, being human. And yes, Coach Vlad, more compassionate. Powerful, powerful.
Oh,
Mhm.
ikaw Coach Paz, ano sa'yo?
That we
Up to
are,
you.
yes, nakikita ko we are becoming more dependent on God. That
Mm.
right now, if you will look at this has been the first time that on a Sunday, the internet is struggling in the Philippines, not because a lot of people are using it for their social media experience, but because a lot of people are using it for church experience. And right now, we are riding the waves for empowering people this COVID-19. And this is
Amen.
really the season where the Filipino people have realized we need to be dependent on God.
Yeah. And it's a wonderful situation where people can just enjoy being at the present moment of just talking to people. If you allow yourself to do that and just be at the now rather than thinking of the future and thinking of the past, I think life would be beautiful. People would just enjoy things as it is and how it is.
Yeah, that's
And
why
when you
the
are
present is a
enjoying,
gift. Coach
Mm.
Vlad,
and when you are enjoying,
I saw a palaspas there before you continue. I saw a
okay,
palaspas. Can you
may
get
friend
it?
kasi akala niya, nilabas niya eh. Saglit lang ha. Pwede ba?
Hindi, okay lang. Wag na,
Sorry
wag
po.
na, wag na, wag na, wag na. Wag na. Hindi, continue what you're saying.
And she entered and then she thought walang live. So nagulat nga siya, sabi ko na salis muna kasi may live kami ngayon. And ibabalik ko po iko-quote ko po yung sinabi, when we are enjoying things now, babalik ko kay Coach Pat yung sinabi niya, #happier me. Yun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Happier me. And I really love how you emphasize the now, Coach San. Let's enjoy the now. I forgot who. I think it's Ken Blanchard. The gift of present. Yeah, di ba? Then the synonym of now is present and present
Yeah.
gift something like that. Oh, wow.
You.
And any takeaways from that powerful talk from Coach Ano before we go on a break and introduce our next speaker?
I think really that tapat, ayan, tapat is that's a great one. That's something that you would be able to think about, that you need to be tapat sa sarili. Tapat ka dapat sa sarili mo of what you really want, and not because what not other wants for you. It's about you, and it's not being madamot. It's just being in a position where you overflow, and once you overflow that, then you can give it to someone else.
Correct, correct. I love that overflow. Coach Vlad?
Same din po about tapat. When you are passive, it's time for you to pat pat something yourself, or to pat. And then if you're already positive, it's time for you to tap others, especially yourself.
Wow.
Parang ganun yung impact sa akin.
Wow,
Yeah.
ang
Tap
galing, ang
and
galing,
pat.
galing. And of course, to close this, wordplay, tapat is a word, whether you read it frontwards or backwards. Sabi sa atin sa mga Pilipino, balibalik ta rin mo man, lalabas pa rin yung salitang tapat. And in this moment, and for for our foreign viewers, tapat in English is faithful, right? So I would like to end in this way, balibalik ta rin mo man ang sitwasyon, may COVID-19 o wala, tapat ang Diyos. He is faithful before, today, and yesterday. Thank
Yes.
you. Let's go for a break.
See you in 5 minutes.